This video will cover how to best support children's behavioural needs and the strategies required to create an inclusive environment. Moreover, it explains how professionals working with SEND children can embed positive behavioural strategies in order to develop learning. It discusses how collaborative working supports children's well-being and considers their best interests. The inclusive practice encompasses all children, no matter SEND or not. Nonetheless, throughout this video, we will be referring to a specific case study, Bradley, a young child who experiences behavioural difficulties as well as significant social changes.
Children like Bradley who experience behavioural challenges often find social interactions difficult. The class teacher must consider this and develop the child's ability to interact sensibly and cohesively. Teacher-pupil interaction is essential, forming positive relationships in order to result in a person-centred approach. When identifying a child's interests and dislikes, it is preferable to communicate directly with the child rather than with a third party.
An effective strategy that can be implemented to introduce a timer to a child's play. Gradually, this will result in more effective transition and enable a greater understanding of personal boundaries when playing with others. For Bradley, this advances his sharing skills and enable a more collaborative learning environment. Likewise, teachers must use their professional judgment to evaluate the child's progress and when a timer is no longer necessary. Furthermore, recommending other activities the child will enjoy not only act as a distraction but will continue to focus and engage them in their learning.
In the classroom, a range of behavioural difficulties can be presented. This may be for several reasons, including a lack of understanding, concentration, and attention-seeking, which may contribute to a dysfunctional learning environment. Bradley is easily distracted. A moving break could be a helpful strategy, allowing him to take time out of the class. This can also be offered as a choice to ensure the child has a sense of ownership. Having an appointed area, for example a reading corner, where children can go to refocus and reflect is conducive to an inclusive practice. It is beneficial for the children to be involved in designing this area as they can become active contributors to their well-being.
A behaviour agreement between adult and child outlining the rules and boundaries in the classroom and playground ensures the child is fully informed and aware of expectations and consequences. Providing children with choices will facilitate responsibility and accountability in their learning.
Often, children with behavioural difficulties will find the classroom structure challenging. Skinner advocates positive reinforcement as a useful tool for managing behaviour. For example, a personalised sticker book decorated by Bradley. Depending on his behaviour in each lesson, Bradley will be able to add a sticker. Pavlov has a similar view, although it differs slightly. Systematic desensitisation, creating a more positive classroom environment. Hence, professionals working with children should always try to praise and acknowledge positive behaviour so the child feels valued and appreciated. Watson discusses how behaviour can be measured, trained and changed. A traffic light system is an effective aid to implement, ensuring that a child is aware of their current behaviour and can change accordingly. This will prevent further behavioural deterioration. Another preventative measure to incorporate is mindfulness. The Montessori approach encourages mindfulness as a way of improving concentration, attention, and engagement in practical work. This would be particularly helpful when Bradley is feeling agitated when playing with his peers.
It is not only the classroom where children may endure difficulties. Playtime requires more nuanced social interaction, and children like Bradley will find this complicated and hard to adapt to. A playtime buddy chosen to play with a particular child will guarantee they do not feel excluded or rejected. Bradley is known to enjoy football, however struggle to interact with a large team. Playtime supervisors can help with this, for example, by organising a small team with familiar peers for Bradley to play with. Knowles argues that all children must be included in all aspects of play as part of a school community.
It is essential for children to engage in a wide variety of activities in order to develop all areas of learning. Bradley's play skills are severely underdeveloped, mostly incorporating tactile activities only. Modelling good play will illustrate the appropriate way to behave whilst also improving confidence in his play abilities.
Another technique to employ is a choosing board. This will enable children to make more effective choices and broaden their play. Bradley will be presented with 4 different activities on a Velcro board. Symbols and photos can be used to convey this. This can be further reinforced with gestures and unambiguous language.
An additional strategy to apply is 5-a-day model for scaffolding. Explicit instruction, cognitive strategy, scaffolding, flexible grouping, and using technology. Each scaffolding supports will help teachers to evaluate students' performance and understanding. Gradually, these will be removed once the adult feels they are no longer required. Weaving these enables professionals to adapt their teaching and meet individual needs. This approach will help measure Bradley's development and assess his behavioral progress.
A multi-agency approach is essential when maintaining high standards for all. To ensure SEND children receive quality teaching, the class teacher must liaise with various professionals. They should meet with the SEND child on a one-to-one basis. This will determine what support he would benefit from and gauge how he feels.
Regular communication with the child's family will ensure high expectations are consistently met in the school environment and at home. Additionally, forming a positive relationship with parents will build trust and a collaborative support network. They must make sure that all relevant staff are aware of Bradley's needs and how to best support him. For example, play or lunchtime monitors. Bradley's teachers may also gain from receiving additional behavioral management training.
Teachers must learn to adapt their teaching responsibly, providing targeted support. Lesson planning must meet an individual needs, connecting new contents with people's existing knowledge. Teaching assistant must also demonstrate an inclusive environment. According to the professional standards for teaching assistant, a duty of care towards all people is mandatory, and they have an equal responsibility to ensure effective teaching and learning. The SENCO will play a key role in the child's care, collaborating with other experts, including the child's family. An IEP that caters specifically to a child's individual needs will help staff adapt their teaching to the child. An IEP for Bradley will include progress he has made and targets to implement. The SENCO can authorize referral to other agencies if deemed necessary. For example, Bradley may benefit from a child psychologist or a local authority referral for an EHCP assessment.
A social worker's role is to ensure the safeguarding of children. They would also be able to recommend community groups for Bradley in the local area that he could easily attend. This would also give him the opportunity to work on his social skills and form positive interactions with other children.
An occupational therapist may prove useful in further supporting Bradley. They will be able to offer strategies to engage him with his learning and develop his social skills and class participation. They can also provide short and long-term goals for other professionals to use, ensuring that Bradley's care is consistent. Rhodes and Long, 2019.
Furthermore, the school can inquire whether a child is eligible to receive People Premium funding. People Premium helps improve educational outcome and supports children in reaching their potential.
It is important to emphasize that all decisions made must be in line with the SEND Code of Practice, ensuring that those making decisions are fulfilling their statutory duties. The document also provides practical guidance that is extremely informative and useful to incorporate. Teaching Standard 5 talks of the importance of adapting teaching to meet the needs of all. Moreover, professionals must learn to recognize their own personal unconscious bias and how this may prevent an inclusive and diverse learning environment.
Throughout this video, we have discussed several major themes and strategies that contribute to an inclusive learning environment. We have outlined the different professionals involved and the support that can be provided as a result. Adaptive teaching must be implemented and consistently used, ensuring that every child receives an equal and fair education. Inclusive educators believe in valuing student differences and supporting their learning needs to the greatest extent possible. Inclusive practice is fundamental when changing discriminatory attitudes. Strength lies in differences, not in similarities.